Welcome to The Explainer. You know that story, right? The brilliant inventor, their incredible idea just vanishes, never sees the light of day. Well, what if we could actually build a system to stop that from happening? That's what we're digging into today. A concept called the Open Innovation Engine that wants to totally flip the script on how we invent.
So let's just start with a really big question, because this kind of gets to the core of it all. What if anyone, I mean literally anyone, could build and own a piece of the future? Think about that. A world where your great idea, no matter who you are, has a real, clear path to becoming a product. And, this is the kicker, you actually get to share in its success. That's the huge promise we're going to unpack.
All right, so let's look at how things have been done for ages, right? Innovation has been this walled-off garden. You needed tons of cash, you needed to know the right people, it was slow, it was super expensive, and honestly, most of the money just stayed at the very top. But then you look at the other side of the screen, the Open Innovation Engine. It just throws that whole playbook out the window. We're talking collaborative instead of siloed, fast instead of slow, and maybe most importantly, shared wealth instead of, well, extractive.
Okay, so that's the big idea, the big promise. But promises are one thing. How does it actually work? Let's get under the hood and see what makes this engine tick.
So at its absolute core, what we're talking about is a platform that's built to take human creativity from everywhere and turn it into something real and defensible. It's like a machine that takes that initial spark of an idea and guides it through a process to create concrete, valuable assets, like patent portfolios that can launch whole new products and even startups.
Okay, I know what you might be thinking. This sounds a little out there, right? A bit futuristic. But here's what makes this so interesting and so powerful. It's completely grounded in the real world. It's built to work with the legal systems we have right now. And this is the secret sauce, really. The system doesn't try to create some new, weird legal framework. Nope. It anchors everything in the official government patent offices that already exist. Think the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. This means every single patent that comes out of it is 100% legally enforceable with a crystal clear official record of who invented what.
Yeah, and this quote really just nails it. It's not some, theoretical idea, it's an executable framework. It's designed to plug right into the laws and institutions we already have. It's all about taking what we already trust and just using it in a smarter, faster, more open way.
So, okay, the foundation is solid, traditional law. But the engine built on top of that foundation, that's where things get really cool. This is where tomorrow's tech comes into play, making this whole thing, well, possible.
All right, so if you look under the hood, you'll see a whole suite of modern tech. You've got blockchain, which basically creates a super transparent, unhackable ledger of who did what and when. You've got smart contracts to automatically handle the agreements, no need for a team of lawyers. There's even AI to help value the new inventions. It's really a full stack of tech, and it's all built for one purpose: trust and automation.
And all that tech creates this really elegant, streamlined path for an idea. So check it out. An innovator submits an idea. Instantly, a smart contract is created, locking in the rules. Then the system helps build it into a real patent portfolio. Now, here's the magic part. When that portfolio starts making money, say from a license fee or a successful startup, that original smart contract just pays everyone automatically. No chasing down payments, no arguing over who gets what. It just happens.
Now, I know, as soon as you hear the word tokens, your brain probably goes to crypto and speculation, right? But hold on, that's not what's going on here. These tokens aren't for trading. Think of them more like digital receipts or accounting tools. They're just an internal way to keep track of every little contribution, so when it's time to pay out, the system knows exactly who gets what. It's all about fairness and transparency.
Okay, so we've got the law, we've got the tech. But let's get to the part everyone really wants to know about, right? The money. How does everyone actually get paid? Let's look at the numbers. It's actually super straightforward. Any money that comes in gets split according to a preset formula. And look at this, a whopping 70% goes straight to the contributors. That's the inventors, the team, everyone who actually built the thing. The other 30% is split between keeping the lights on for the platform and, this is really cool, reinvesting back into the community to help fund the next round of brilliant ideas.
You know one of the biggest points of friction in any startup? Arguing over who gets what percentage of the company. It can get ugly. Well, this system has a really elegant solution for that. It just looks at the official patent. That's it. Who was legally named as an inventor on the final granted patent. If there are two names, it's a 50-50 split. One name, they get 100%.
It takes all the guesswork and arguments right out of the equation. It's just clean.
So when you step back and look at all the pieces, the legal foundation, the tech that runs it, the economic model, you start to see that this is about more than just launching a few new gadgets. This could fundamentally change who even gets to be an inventor in the first place. So let's zoom out and look at the big picture here.
So who actually benefits from something like this? Well, you've got the solo inventor, right? The person with that genius idea but zero connections or capital. For them, this just tears down the barriers. Then you have the big companies. For them, it's like an open pipeline to pre-vetted, legally solid innovations. It lowers their R&D risk a ton. And then there's society as a whole. The big hope here is to create a future where the value from these amazing ideas gets spread around, not just hoarded by a few at the top.
So when you boil it all down, the Open Innovation Engine has this really powerful vision. It wants to take intellectual property, which for so long has been used as a defensive weapon by the big players, and turn it into a collaborative tool that anyone can use. But, of course, that leaves us with the big question, doesn't it? Is this really the future of invention? Or is it just the beginning of a whole new set of problems we haven't even thought of yet? It's a fascinating idea, and what happens next, well, that's something we're all going to be watching very closely.